it is akaranta, ending in a sound. So from our last this thing, like initially we will assume anything ending in a is going to be a strilinga. So prahelika is a strilinga noun, strilinga nampada. So if you have to ask what prahelika, then you will ask ka prahelika. Ka is the question for strilinga. If you have to tell this prahelika, then you will tell esha prahelika. If you have to say that prahelika, then you will say sa prahelika. Everywhere feminine you will take, matching feminine. So yes, we will come in this. Actually, this before reading, I am typing. I have written something in Skype. You can see. So I will read this now, and after that you can see. Asthi nasti, shiro nasti, bahurasti nirangulihi. Nasti padadvayam gadham angam alingati swayam. So when we write any poetry kind of this thing, which is like which is this which has rhyming, then any language poetry requires certain meters to make it singable. And due to meter, some things are pronounced near, some things are pronounced after a gap. So because of that, some varna vikara is called, means some words like ending, you start you pronounce one word and you pronounce other word very near, so there is some change. The sound of the two words is not very clear, so that is called as sandhi, and sandhi is very common in Sanskrit. So if we see here nasti, if you pronounce this thing slowly, nasti, you will understand it is actually na asti. So na asti together, if they are pronounced very without time gap, they will be pronounced as nasti. Asti means is. Na asti means negation. It is not. So that is what I have written in Skype. So I have taken all the sandhis out and made it simple words without sandhi so that you can understand. So I will explain this first, then I will come back to what is our written. Asthihi na asti. Asti means is, na means no, not. Asthi means bone. Bone, not a bone, you can say, right? Shiraha na asti. Then shirah means something which is top, head. Head is not there, na asti. Bahu, bahu means limbs, your hands. Asti. So bahu asti. Asti, if nasti is no, then asti is yes. So these hands, arms are there. Nir angulihi. Nir means no. Anguli means finger. So even though it has arms, but fingers are not there. Again, na asti pad dvayam. Pad means legs, leg. Dvayam means two. It doesn't have two legs. Gadham. Gadham means tightly. Angam. Angam means your body. Alingiti means hugging, hugs. Swayam means itself. So asthi nasti, bone is not there. Shirah nasti, head is not there. Bahu asti, arms are there. Niranguli, but fingers are not there. Na asti pad dvayam, both the legs are not there. Gadham angam, tightly your body. Alingit swayam, it itself hugs your body very tightly. So this is the riddle. What is this? Whose description is given in this. So that this is called as prahelika. So if you haven't seen the answer, then can you guess and tell something which doesn't have? You can read it again. Now you should get feeling while reading. Asthi nasti, comma you can assume here. Shirah nasti. This shiro is actually because of sandhi. It is shirah as I have written in Skype. Shirah nasti, again comma. Bahur asti nirangulihi. Na asti padadvayam. Gadham angam alingati swayam. I think I have written alingiti. That might, you can correct according to this. Swayam. So what maybe this? This riddle is telling about what kind of, how to solve, what is the answer of this riddle? This is, you can say, yeah, tell me.
What?
Tongue.
Shirt?
Yeah, shirt. So it is yutakam, they say, shirt. So the Sanskrit word is yutakam. So shirt is this because it has no bones, it doesn't have head, it has arms, but it doesn't have any fingers. It is not having space for both the legs, and it tightly fits to your body itself. So this was a small fun made to readers, made for readers who are somewhat tired after doing abhyasa. So I think, I hope this is clear. I will move forward. Okay, so this is number 4. So sangrahya vishayah. Now you see here which kind of word it is. Vishayah. It's a noun or it's a verb. Does it shows any action?
No.
So it's a noun. Then vishayah. It looks singular or plural?
Plural. Pulling.
Pumlinga. Akaranta ending in a because singular will be aha. Vishayah. Akaranta pumlinga bahuvachan. This is a noun of that kind. After reading this properly, you know, right under this chapter, under this heading, I will not have only one shloka, I will have more than one because it is Vishayah. So it should be, means if plural is written, so it should justify further. So, so these are, it meaning of this is Sangrahya means something which you want to treasure or collect, keep. Vishaya means subjects. So all those things which you would like to treasure or you would like to remember, so they are under this heading. So now first of them is for Guru, Guruhu. So you see here, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Here also so many sandhis are there, so they will confuse you. So what I will do, I will break the sandhi so that you can understand it easily. So then you can figure out which all words are there. So it will be Guruhu Brahma, like this. Guruhu Brahma, Guruhu Vishnuhu, Vishnuhu, like that. Guruhu Devaha Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Next line is clear. So only first line has sandhis. So because of that, the words are little bit scattered. So that I cleared. So I have written in Skype. You can. This is for your later reference. Here you, I think, understood. So Guru Brahma. So Guru is Brahma. Guru Vishnu. Guru is Vishnu. Guru Deva Maheshwara. Guru is Dev Maheshwara. Maheshwara God. Guru Sakshat Param. Param means great. Brahma. Tasmai him. Shri. Respect. Gurave. To the Guru. Namaha. Salute. Today we are interested in vague meaning into this, which you might have understood, otherwise it is written down. What we are interested in detail is Guruhu. Guruhu is, we want to know the all different words what are there. So Guru is Pumlinga, Strilinga or Napumsaklinga with whatever knowledge we have from our last two classes.
Pumlinga.
Pumlinga. What kind of ind? If we have to group is as ind like akaranta, akaranta, which kind of ind it is? What sound is coming at the end?
Ukaranta.
Ukaranta. So it's a ukaranta sound ending u. Guru, guru. U is coming at the last. So they will go in category of ukaranta. Then Brahma. Brahma is what? Again a noun.
Noun.
And it is a different kind of word. That is how why our that rule will not apply. That Visarga is all Pumlinga and Akaranta are Strilinga. Brahma is from Brahman. There are two Brahmas. One is Chaturmukha Brahma and one is Supreme God, that formless Brahman. So we will leave this. So then Vishnuhu. Vishnuhu is again noun, and this also is ending in U sound. Vishnuhu. Ukaranta. Then Devaha. Deva is again a noun word which is again ending in A. Akaranta Pumlinga. Maheshwaraha. Again noun ending in A. Akaranta Pumlinga. Ekavachana. Guru is same. Sakshat. This is a form which is called as Avyaya. We will see. Param. Then Brahma we left. Tasmai we left. Gurave Namah. Namah is again Avyaya. So all other words you leave it as of now because we don't know. Once we will complete the book, then we will come back again and do all those things. Here you see the gross meaning. What is the gross meaning? So gross meaning is this, like Guru is Brahman, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is God Maheshwara, and Guru himself is Param Brahma. He is bigger than Brahma, means superior Brahma. Tasmai, like this, Shri Gurave, like this Guru Namaha, salutations. So next one is again for Guru. So this is Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Again I will try to write this thing. So Ajnana Timira Andhasya. This is just so that you Jnananjan Shalakaya. Jnana Anjana Shalakaya. Then next line is Chakshuhu Unmilitam. Okay. Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Okay. So this much is in Sandhi. So this I have splitted for you and I have written here. So Ajnana means something from which is again opposite of knowledge. Timira means some dark, something very deep dark. Andha means dark. So it is telling like from the some deep dark of Ajnana means something which is against means opposite of knowledge. From there how Jnananjan. Anjana means we put in eyes that black thing. I don't know what say. So Shalakaya means one stick by which we put that in eye. So that Jnananjan, that Anjana is of knowledge. Jnana. So Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshu means eyes. Unmilitam means opened. Yena, by whom. This is by whom. Tasmai, him, Shri Gurave, Shri Guru Namaha. So this is the basic this thing. So that is the word meaning. Now you see this fellow has written a gross meaning here. Guru clears darkness of this world through the torch of knowledge. I bow down to Guru, who is giver of knowledge. So now you this also you know, but you can understand word by word meaning what is there. And if words are splitted, you can check in any dictionary and all what an individual word means. Ajnana means it is some what is the English word for this? I'm not getting currently. So then Timira is darkness, Andha is again darkness, Jnana is knowledge, Anjana means kajal we say, and then Shalakaya. Shalakaya means the stick by which we put kajal. So that stick and kajal are like jnana. So they are going to give you they are going to open your eyes. Chakshuhu, eyes, unmilitam, open, yen, by whom, tasmai, him, Shri Gurave, Shri Guru Namaha, Namaste. So this is meaning of this one. If you have any doubt in either in Prahelika or in these two Sangrahya Vishaya, please ask.
So just repeat this Ajnananda Timiras. Timira.
Okay. Okay. So Ajnana. So if you see in this one here, so here there I have broken them how it is. So Ajnana means uh, again. So somehow I am not getting English for this. Uh, Then Timira is for darkness and means it's for deep darkness, means something which is very, it is not light darkness. Andhasya, it is again darkness. Jnana, Jnana means knowledge. Anjana, a kajal of knowledge. Shalakaya, by some stick he applied. Yes, Sri Vidyaji told ignorance. Yes, that can be applicable. Chakshu is our eyes. Only one it is written. Unmilitam means open. So yena, by whom, tasmai, him, Shri Gurave Namah. As of now, you just try to get the gross meaning. So whatever meaning is written below, you should be able to relate like it is from here only. Since there are many kind of words which we don't know as of now, I am not trying expecting or telling the exact what this word is, what it is telling. That once we will finish this and come back, then you will appreciate like how it is written, how it is conveying the message. As of now, as it is written below, get the gross meaning, what it is trying to tell. Again, no need to remember this meaning for your understanding or for exam. I am telling the words separately so that you can make your own meaning. Again, it is not expected to be very accurate and correct because of the level, whatever level it is. So, as I told earlier, Vangmaya Parichaya is like history. This I will not tell you until you have some doubt. So, if you read yourself that one and if you have some doubt, then I will discuss that. So I will come to number 6, that is katha. Now katha is noun or verb, kriya or namapada, kriya pada or namapada.
Namapada.
Namapada. Good. So what kind of word, what linga is this? Strilinga, pumlinga or napumsak linga? Strilinga.
Strilinga.
Why is strilinga? Because akaranta. Akaranta. So if there are many stories, how I will say bahuvachana of this? Kathaha. Kathaha. If there are two stories, I can say kathe. Kathe. So this, like this only you practice what you read earlier, so that you don't need to do much abhyasa. So this story we'll try to read. Here we will try to understand. Now Shishyaha, you can see here Visarga is there. So it is Akaranta Pumlinga Shabda. Shishyaha means pupil. Buddhiman. Buddhiman means wise, intelligent. So we'll start here. Kashi Nagare Ekah Panditah Vasati. Now tell me what is the verb in this?
एकः पण्डितः वसति
Verb is ending in ti, tah, anti.
वसति
So here the verb is vasati.
वसति
Vasati means lives. Which tense it is? It is present tense.
Present tense.
So vasati. Now you can ask kah vasati. Who lives?
एक पण्डितः काशीनगरे.
Panditah vasati. One wise person lives. Wise person lives. Now you can ask how many wise person? Ekah panditah.
एकः
One wise. Now where he vasati? Kutra vasati?
काशीनगरे.
Nagare.
In Kashi. So Kashi Nagare itself it has meaning. In Kashi, one wise person is lives. Right? This danda, this standing line is full stop of Devanagari. So one sentence completed. In one sentence, always at least one verb will be there in one sentence. One action has to be there in one complete sentence. Now we'll come to this. Pandit Samipam. So near wise person, near Pandita, Ekah Shishyah Agachati. Again, full line is there. What is the verb in this one?
आगच्छति.
Agachati. Again, you will see ti. Ti tah anti. So ti is telling this is verb. Agachati means comes. Gachati means goes. Agachati means opposite of goes. Comes or came. So Pandita Samipam. Near Pandita. Ekah Shishyah. One student. Agachati. Came. Understood, right? Then next we are telling Shishyah Vadati. What is the verb in this?
वदति.
Vadati. Vadati means speaks.
Speaks.
Right? So see, it is matching with Shishya. Shishya is Akaranta Pumlinga Ekvachana. So Vadati. If there are many, it will be Shishya Vadanti.
वदन्ति. Yeah.
Right? So what it says is in double quotes. Like this is said by Shishya. Acharya. This is Sambodhana. This is calling somebody or vocative use. Acharya, O teacher. Vidyabhyasartham. Vidya abhyas artham. For practicing Vidya, aham agatah. I came. O teacher, I came for learning some knowledge or Vidya.
Education.
And again this is closed. So this one sentence is done. Next para it says Panditah Shishya Buddhi Parikshartham Prichhati. What is the verb?
पृच्छति.
Prichhati. Asks. So Kaha asks, Kaha Prichhati. Matching thing is Kaha Panditah. Panditah Prichhati. Kaha means who asks. Answer Panditah asks. For what ask? Shishya Buddhi Parikshartham. To test the intellect of the student. So now what he asks is in double quotes again. Vatsa, this is again vocative. He is addressing son, Vatsa, son, Devaha, Kutra asti, asti we said is. Deva is God. Kutra means where. Where is God? This is asked by Pandita. Then next line is Shishyah Vadati. Now what is verb?
वदति.
Vadati, tells. Shishya is telling. Guru. Guru is again Sambodhana. Again it is a vocative for Guru. When you will address Guru, then it will become Guru. That all we will read in this course. So Guru, O teacher, Devaha Kutra na asti. He asks the counter question. O teacher, O Guru, where God is not there. Devaha Kutra na asti. Kripaya, please, Bhavan, you, eva, only, Samadhanam.
Answer.
Solve this thing or answer it. Vadatu. This is again a different kind of word with respect. So Vadati became Vadatu for respect. So he is telling, Kripaya, please, you only tell me where God is not there. Clear this line?
Yeah.
So next,
means
huh?
Kutra.
Kutra means where.
Samadhanam.
Kutra is a
Where?
question. Where? Kutra is question. Where? So next line, Santushtaha, satisfied. Guruhu, Guru, Vadati, tells. Again double quote since he is speaking. Devaha, God. Sarvatra, everywhere. Asti is there.
there.
God is everywhere. Devaha, Sarvavyapi. God is all pervading. Tvam, you. Buddhiman, you are wise. Ataha, therefore. Vidyabhyasartham, for practicing knowledge or vidya. Atraiva, atra eva. Like kutra was where, atra is here. Here only vasa. Vasa is order. You stay here. Vasati is the normal verb. Vasa means order. So this is the story. So now this is all for practicing what is taught in grammar part. So now we'll go through all the verbs and try to build our vocabulary. Vasati, lives, lives. Agachati, comes. Vadati, speaks. Agata, came. This is also kind of verb. As of now, just read for your vocabulary. What kind we will read further. Then Prichhati, asks. Asti, is. Vadati, speaks. Nasti, not there. Vadatu, please tell. Vadatu means please tell. Vadati means speak.
Respected word also.
Yes. So Guru Vadati, again same thing. Asti is, and Vas means you stay. You stay.
Atrevos. Okay.
Atra eva vas. This is Sandhi. Atra eva. Here only. Eva means only. Like here eva is there. Bhavan eva. You only. Samadhanam vadatu. You only tell the solution. So I will repeat it again in fast pace so that if something is left you can do. Kashi Nagare Ekah Pandita Vasati. In Kashi city one Pandita is living. Pandita Samipam, near Pandita Ekah Shishya Agachati. Near Pandita one Shishya is came. Shishya Vadati. Shishya tells or speaks or asks. Acharya, O teacher, Vidyabhyasartham aham agatah. I came for learning Vidya. Panditah Shishya Buddhi Parikshartham Prichhati. Pandita to test the intellect or the IQ of the student asks. Vatsa, son, Devah Kutra asti. Where is God? Where God lives. So one other thing is there in our whatever in our Indian languages you cannot have exact meaning in English. So you can have exact meaning in Indian languages from Sanskrit, but you cannot have exact meaning in English. So when you are translating, then also you just keep in mind like I will not get exact meaning. And when somebody is telling, then also you understand like people are translating the essence, not the word by word meaning. Next is Shishya Vadati. Now student is speaking. Guru, O Guru, Devah Kutra Nasti. Where God is not there. Kripaya Bhavan Eva Samadhanam Vadatu. Please you only tell the solution that where God is not there. So Santushtaha, Guru got satisfied, and Vadati, Guru Vadati. Devaha Sarvatra Asti. God is everywhere. Devaha Sarvavyapi. God is in everything. Tvam Buddhiman. You are wise. Ataha. Therefore. Vidyabhyasartham. For practicing Vidya. Atra eva. Here only vasa. Stay. This is your story. So this is now written in English, and then it's English. This thing also I am reading for this making context. There lived a scholar in Kashi. A student comes to him and says, "Teacher, I have come for studying." In order to test the wisdom of student, scholar asks, "Dear boy, where is God?" Student says, "Teacher, where God does not exist, you kind self may please explain." Being pleased, the teacher says, "God is all pervasive. You are wise, hence you stay here for study." Now you see, you don't need to remember this. If you understood these lines, 50-60% also you can make your own translation. At the end, of course, when you know all kind of words which are used in simple Sanskrit, then you will come back it and you can understand it in your own language just by reading. So this is what is the expected out of this level. So we'll move. Okay, there are some questions you people can answer. Panditah kutra vasati?
पंडितः काशीनगरं
Panditah Kashi Nagare vasati. You have to say Kashi Nagare. So that will make it in Kashi city. Panditah kimartham prashnam pritchati?
पंडितः
पण्डितः शिष्यबुद्धिपरीक्षार्थं पृच्छति
Very nice, very nice. So Panditah Shishya Buddhi Parikshartham
परीक्षा
Prashnam Pritchati. So Santushtah Guruhu Ante Kim Vadati? What satisfied?
विद्याभ्यार्थम् अत्रैव वस
You can now add, since you know, you can add Tvam Buddhiman Ataha Vidyabhyasartham Atraiva Vasa Iti Vadati. Atraiva Vasa. So this is like that simple and fun. So there is nothing something tough or something. Only just stay away from mugging up and remembering. Just learn by practicing, either oral or through writing. If you will start remembering, then it will start becoming like a load for this thing. This particular unit, Sanskrit Vyavahara, also can be done and should be done by you people only. Here you can say all simple words are there. There is nothing to explain in this. So you can. So I will come at the end. That is number 8. Subhashitam. Su, anywhere it is added this word, su, it is for good. And opposite of this is ku. Ku is ka u, ku. Ku for bad. Bhashitam means said. So something good said. So good saying you can say in normal usage. So this Subhashita is written in our parliament behind the speaker's chair. I am Nijaha. So here also you can have a comma here. I am Nijaha. I am means this. Nija means mine. So this is mine. This paro without sandhi is paraha. Paraha va iti. Paraha means aparaha for others. Va means option. This is mine or other. Va iti. Okay, I will write it. So I am Yaha Paraha Va iti. Ganana. This type of calculation is done by Laghu. Laghu means small.
स्माल्
Chetasam. Chetasam means whose heart or whose mind is small. This is mine and that is others. Right? This type of calculation is done by those people whose mind is narrow, small. Udar Charitanam. Udar means whose mind is wide, broad, open. Charitanam. Those people whose mind is open. Tu for them. Vasudhaiva. So this is Vasudha Eva. Vasudha Eva. Vasudha is for earth, Eva means only. This whole earth itself, Kutumbakam. Kutumbakam means like a family. So, overall meaning you can see, I am Nijaha Paraha Veti. So, this fellow is mine, the other fellow is not mine or others. Ganana, this kind of calculation, this kind of thinking, Laghu Chetasam is of small or narrow minded people. Udara Charitanam, those who are broad minded, to them Vasudha Eva, whole earth itself is family, Kutumbakam. So this is the Subhashitam. So any doubt if you have in these, then tell me. please mute it until you are not speaking, because so much noise is coming. So when you have to speak, then only unmute and speak, and then mute it again. Yeah, now it is clear. So if you have any doubt, then tell. No doubts, okay? So I will do the exercise, this one, and then we'll see how to revise if any other things are there. Because I will not take a second chapter today, because I need you all to practice the first one very properly. Because second one will again go and introduce some new concepts that will not be good if the first these concepts are not clear. So Gunita Akshara means adding matras in the Vyanjana. So adding swara in Vyandana. So ga, ga, gi, gi, like that you have to write till all the swaras are exhausted. So like gu, gu, ge, ge, gr, gr, all those things you write your own for ga and na. And share, please share in WhatsApp. It is not chargeable. Write and share. So write the following words in Samskrita. So Nayanam. Nayanam means what?
I.
Eyes. Then this thing you see, if on the top of A there is a hat, it is for A, means Dirgha. Devalayah. Below this dot is there. Devalayah. Devalaya means Deva. Alaya. Alaya means home, house. Deva means God. God's house. Devalaya. So it is God's house. Then this one is
Venunadaha.
Venu Nadaha. Venu is flute. Nadaha is sound. This is Yamuna. So now you can see Nayanam is what kind of word is this? Pumlinga, Strilinga, Napumsaklinga?
Napumsakalinga.
Devalaya, which kind of word?
Purushalinga. Pullinga.
Which how many vachanas?
Devalaya ekavachana. Ekavachana.
Venunada is what linga? How many vachana?
Ekavachana. Pullinga.
Pumlinga.
Linga. Yamuna.
Strilinga.
Strilinga.
And
Ekavachana Strilinga.
ekavachana. Then
Vigna.
Vignaha. Vigna means obstacles.
Obstacles.
So what is this word?
Ekavachana Pumlinga.
Ekvachana pumlingaha. Then
Matsyaha.
Matsyaha, not aha. A before a cap is not there, right? If this cap is there, then only Matsyaha. Otherwise Matsyaha. So Matsyaha means
Fish.
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 Fish. So what is this?
Ekavachana Pumlinga.
Bahuvachana Pullinga.
Strilinga.
See.
Pumlinga. Good. So we'll come to next one.
Strilinga, Pullinga, sir.
Pumlinga. Aha. So wherever aha is there, we have to just take initial 2-3 chapters, just see aha and immediately decide it is Pumlinga. Later we'll see that is not the correct rule, but to begin with, where the word is ending with, first you have to figure out it is denoting a name of place or something, whatever noun definition, or action. If it is action, then that rule will not follow. If it is name, then we'll see if it is ending in ma, then it is napumsaklinga. If it is ending in a or e, big names, then it is strilinga. If it is ending in aha, then it is pumlinga. So now we'll come to translate into Samskrita. So a horse runs.
Ashvaha dhavati.
So you can say ekaha ashvaha dhavati. But since ashvaha itself is ekavachana,
Ashvaha is enough, I think.
ashvaha is ekavachana, so it tells the a also is included in ashvaha. A horse, so ashvaha, one horse. If there are two horses, then how we will say?
Swaha Davat.
Ashvau.
अश्वौ
Ashvau. Ashvau dhavatah. Now verb also will change. Ashvau dhavatah. If there are many horses, then
अश्वाः
Ashva
धावन्ति धावन्ति
dhavan.
धावन्ति
Dhavan. Horses are running. Number second is this person, masculine, laughs,
हसति हसन्
hasati.
हसति
Laugh is the action.
एषः
Yeah, tell sir, tell me.
एषः
Esha
हसति
हसति
hasati. Very good. So
Yes.
if it is a feminine, then what you will say?
एषां
एषा हसति
Esha hasati. Right? If the person is far from you, then what you will say? It is the masculine.
सा हसति
Saha hasati. If that is feminine, then you will say sa hasati. Right? Third one, younger sister plays. What is the action happening in this?
अनुजा क्रीडति
Action is playing. So
Playing.
this is verb, right? Plays. Kridati. Younger means Anu, after me. Anuja. Ja means born. After me, whoever is born. And now you make it feminine. Anujaha, Anuja.
अनुजा क्रीडति
Kridati. So younger sister is playing. A flower blossoms.
पुष्पं विकसति
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 Pushpam vikasati. A friend gives.
मित्रं
मित्रं पच्छन्ति
Gives. Yachati or dadati. Two verbs are there. For dadati means also dadane. So dan we say, right? Dana. So dana comes from the same root. So that is dadati. Friend. Mitram dadati. 6. Devotees bow.
भक्ता नमति
Bhaktaha. Plural is there. Devotees.
भक्ताः नमति
Namanti.
नमन्ति
नमन्ति
Bhaktaha namanti. Boys run.
बालाः धावन्ति
धावन्ति
Balaah dhavanti or balakaah dhavanti. Both are correct. Leaves fall.
पत्रा
Patra
पत्राः पतन्ति
पत्राणि पतन्ति
पतन्ति
or you can say
Patra.
parani patanti. Then girls dance.
बालि बालिकाः नृत्यन्ति
Balikaah nrityanti. Nrityanti. No, pronounce it properly. Nrityanti.
नृत्यन्ति
Nrit-
बालिकाः नृत्यन्ति
Yes. The deaf go.
बधिराः गच्छन्ति
Deaf is plural or singular?
Deaf is
Singular.
Singular.
प्लूरल्
Shemiti varu, so plural.
Plural. So badhiraah
गच्छन्ति
gachanti. So see how simple it is. You can translate the English into Sanskrit so easily. So just two rules what I follow and what I prescribe, that don't try to remember things. Try to practice more and more. Do so many exercises. If you are done with whatever exercises are there in this book, then ask. I will give more. So as you will practice, mind will remember all these forms its own, because that is the way we speak our language and other languages whatever we learn. Nothing we go and read its grammar or something. So again we'll come to number 4. So here you have to answer with matching gender of noun. You can say your name or somebody else's name. It is not a specific thing to answer. So first you tell what the question means in English and then answer in Sanskrita. Kaha prichhati.
who asking
Who is asking? Who asks? Right? Now answer.
शिष्या पृच्छति
Shishyah prichhati. Ramah prichhati. Sita prichhati. Right?
सीता means car
So that noun is fine, right? Sita.
Sita. Yeah.
Verb doesn't depend on gender. So you can say Rama api pritchati, Sita api pritchati. Rama also will use the same verb pritchati and Sita also will use the same verb. Gender agnostic.
Yeah.
So second one is Kani patanti. What is English meaning?
पत्राणि पतन्ति.
What is English meaning? Kani patanti.
What is falling?
What are
What falls? What are
what
falling?
are falling? That is the important thing. You have to see the number. So kani is
Patrani
come ke kani, plural, bahuvachana, patanti. And if you still don't know that kani is what vachana, see the matching verb. Verb will be following its vachana. So it is telling patanti means I am plural. So kani is plural. So
Palani patanti.
phalani patanti, patrani patanti,
Patrani patanti.
anything you can match. Kaha hasati. English,
Who is laughing?
who is laughing? Answer,
Rama is laughing means Rama asati.
Ramaha. Pronounce that visarga clearly. Ramaha hasati. Krishnaha hasati. Shishyaha hasati. Sita hasati.
Sutaha sati.
Sa asati. Okay.
Sa hasati. Now, ka pibati. English,
Drink water.
Who is
ka,
drinking?
who feminine is drinking.
Yeah.
Right? Answer,
Sita is drinking means Sita pibati.
Sita pibati. Rama pibati.
Ma pibati.
Uma pibati. Then, kim vikasati. What is blooming?
Blooming.
Pushpani vikasati.
No, pushpam.
पुष्पं
Pushpam
विकसति.
Pushpam
Pushpani means plural.
Yeah, pushpam vikasati.
Pushpam,
पुष्पाणि विकसन्ति.
pushpani vikasanti. Very nice. So, ke atanti. English,
Something groom wandering, na? Whom wandering?
who all.
Oh,
Ke
Who
is,
are wandering?
yeah.
what?
Atanti is plural, right? So, atanti is plural. So, ke have to be plural. Kaha, kaha for one person. Cow,
Atanti.
cow for 2%. K for many. Pumlingas. Ke atanti.
Atanti.
भिक्षुकः अटन्ति, पर्यटकः अटन्ति, रामाः अटन्ति. Many Ramas are there and they are walking. Krishnaः अटन्ति,
Balakaha atanti.
बालकाः अटन्ति, like that. So के वहन्ति. वह means to carry.
Okay.
Who all are carrying.
Balakaha vahanti.
Anything, just without this thing. Just you have to match gender and meaningful noun.
Yes.
This all practice is to make your vocabulary. So,
Nadiva.
vahanti, bharvaha vahanti. Bharvaha means porters.
What
Who
is it? Holy.
carry. Bharvaha for plural matching. Otherwise, bharvaha. So, bharvaha vahanti. Kah vasanti. Now, what is this English meaning? Kaha vasanti. Vasanti means
Where are living?
living. Vasati.
Feminine.
Yes.
Feminine.
Yes. Question is feminine plural. Ka, ke, kaha. Ka for singular. Ke for dual. Ka for plural. Vasanti is from vasati. Kashi nagare ekah panditah vasati. That vasati became vasanti in plural. Kaha vasanti. Who all are living.
काशी नगर में बालिका वसंती महिला वसंती
Balikaah vasanti, balaah vasanti, like that. So next one is telling fill in the blanks with Sanskrit words. This person like masculine, it is telling saha. So this is the same way we have to do below exercises. So this person feminine will be what? What I should write here?
Sa.
Sa, sa or esha. She For she, what is the English Sanskrit word?
Sa.
Sa. Who, masculine singular. What is the word?
Sa.
Kaha. Kaha.
Kaha.
Who, masculine
Kaha.
singular. Yes. These. These. Neuter. What is the it neuter?
Ka.
No.
Ka.
Ka, everything is starting from ka is only for question. Kaha, kutra, ke, all starting for ka is only for question. This is a simple rule. You can see. Kaha, kani, they all are questions. So here there is no question. These etani are
Imani.
imani, imam, ime, imani. That also you can say. Or tani also you can say. Then this neuter is
Tat.
Idam.
idam also you can say. Idam is neuter. Tat also you
Tat.
can say. Or etat also you can say.
Yeah.
Which neuter plural. Which is a question. So it should be
Kim.
ka.
Kim.
No, it is
Ka.
telling plural. Neuter plural. Kim,
Kani.
ke, kani.
Kani.
So these masculine.
Ke.
K. These feminine.
Kani. Ka. Ka.
Kah. Kah. They masculine. It is matching, rhyming. Answer of this is rhyming with they. Te.
Te.
K.
Te.
K.
They is plural, right? So saha, tau, te. They feminine. Sa, te, taha.
Te.
Taha. Taha. This is for feminine. So with this we are done with first chapter. Now just go through once, open first chapter from beginning. See if anything you need explanation, tell. We have around 5 minutes, we'll explain that.
Can you please explain the difference between etat and idam shabda?
So there the difference is that as such it is not there. They both point the same thing. They both are pronoun and they both are meant for something near. So it is the choice of uses which you want to use, you can use. You can say for one meaning there are two words. There will be further many other words also. So like for Hari, what is the meaning of Hari, you know as of now? Hari means what?
Hari means Namavachika. Name.
Whose name?
Namapadam.
Namapada.
Whose name?
Boy. Purushu.
Hari means Vishnu.
Boy.
Vishnu.
Hari
Vishnu.
means Vishnu, right?
Yeah.
So there, but the Hari has so many meaning. Hari means lion. Hari means monkey. So like that, for representing from one word, many things can be represented. That is called Nana Arthaka. Nana Arthaka, and from for representing one thing, many words are there. So
Yes.
as of now, you can assume safely that etat and etad root and idam root, they both are representing same thing.
Sandarbhajadam, you can use that word.
Yes, it is your choice. Like few people's choice, which one they will use.
Yes. Appropriate word you can use in the time.
Yes.
Meeting.
Just start from beginning page and see if you have anything which need to be explained. Anything. These all you have to learn, like this 6 Vedangas. Actually, I have created a workbook. I had created when I was studying this. So that if you can get print out, it has space to write. So inside that only you can write all the things what you learn. So that I will share after today's class in WhatsApp group. So that is a PDF page, 100 some pages are there. So if you can manage, you just get print out, and there everything is written, all the stories and all. So at one place, all the stories at one place, all the Sangrahya Vishaya at one place. So that will be helpful. And all these things, how you have to remember, like 6 Vedangas are there. So all those people who know all these angas, their surname is supposed to be Shadangi. Like our one minister is there in government of India from Odisha, old person. His name is Shadangi. Shadangi means who know all the 6 angas of Vedas. So that is Siksha, Vyakarana, Chandas, Nirukta, Jyotisha and Kalpa. Siksha is the part which deals with phonetics and defines it very completely, which word should be pronounced from where, how sound should come, like all that thing is in this unit. Vyakarana is grammar that you read in the beginning of your every chapter. Chandas is Chandas is procedure where meters and different type of meters and other things are there. Nirukta is again a kind of grammar only for Vedic texts. Jyotisha is astronomy, not astrology. That got later might. And Kalpa is all the puja and different other puja related these things are there. So just read these things. They will give some historical and other knowledge also. And read this story your own. Try to answer your questions again. If you have already done the exercise, then rub all the thing you have done and do it again. And if you are done, you need more exercises, please write to that group. I will either create or I will figure out if I can get from somewhere, and I will share it again, share further for exercising. Don't hesitate, do anything and write into the group. That is how we can learn. If you will hesitate, like somebody will see or something like, then learning will become slow. So that is it. Next Tuesday, that will be 11th of February, we will meet again same time. And any question is there, ask. Okay, if not there, then thank you everyone and Shubhratri.
Some of the
धन्यवाद शुभरात्रि
so have doubts in verbs.
Please tell. Please tell what doubt I can clear.
So actually, some of the verbs. So which
Please.
goes with the masculine and which goes with feminine and all.
No, verb
And
doesn't
plural.
depend on gender. So verb will go
Okay.
with everyone. So
Okay.
verb is gender, like gacchati. If a verb is gacchati, so Ramah gacchati, Sita gacchati, Karyanam gacchati.
Yeah, those. What do you say? The ekavachan and bahuvachan, dvivachan are there, right? So
Ah,
those are a little bit confusing, right? Not getting properly
okay.
those.
Okay.
So is
So
there any easy way to remember or practice those?
easy way is this only. The first ekvachana will ending in ti, dvivachana will be in taha, and bahuvachana will be anti. So, and it
Ante.
will anti. It will always match with the performer of the action. Verb is representing an action, and whoever is the performer is there in the sentence. What is the number of that? It will be matching. Like, say, one Rama is playing. So you will say Ramaha Kridati.
Kridati.
Now two Ramas are playing. So you will say Ramau Kridataha.
Okay.
Now, more than two Ramas or three Ramas or plus Ramas are playing, so you will say Ramaha Kridanti.
Okay.
Right? So, ti, taha, anti. Only three things you have to write, put in your mind, and don't try to remember, ma'am. Just practice. So
Okay.
practice will fit this. This is very rhyming, and it doesn't. It is not something tough which mind will not accept.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sita,
Ti, taha,
Mother,
ti. Ti,
Anti.
taha, anti. Add it in any root, verb root. So I will write that. Ti, taha, anti. So this I am writing in that Skype chat. You can. So now this, if it is there, now keeping this in mind, if the thing what you want to know is like say patha, so for ekvachana how you will say pathati, right? Then t you added. Next you add the tah, pathatah,
Pathatah.
and next one pathanti,
Pathanti.
right? So like this you can add, and it is simple. So most of the verbs will follow this. So like now you have to do say creed, creed.
क्रीडति
So if the creed is the root, so you will say simply creedati, right?
ततः
For dual, for two people, creedataha,
क्रीडन्ति
and for next one, creedanti. So it is as simple as that. Once you are done, just remove whatever exercise if you have written in the book itself, then just remove and do it again. And once you are done, you need more exercises for this Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Just write in group. I will get more exercises of same complexity, means same level, and then will give. Please share the video. Narasimha Mahodaya, which video? You can speak. Writing will take time. Recording. Okay, okay. Gadadhar Mahodaya is recording. He will share. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Then we'll finish today's, and next Tuesday we'll meet. Thank you.